I wanted to help him get, over the hump because he's a great guy. I did 5 years there. I did 12 years professionally. Went to Chicago. Went to Golden State. So 19 years, I was gone. I was just not ready to relocate again. Good or bad, they're leaving. They're going to the portal anyway. Dominate this first. Show up and work hard every day.
Yeah.
McDonald's All-Americans, 3 or 4, and 3 or 4 that were Team USA. Work with Steph when he was injured, play 1s and play 2s and play 3s. And first of all, shout out to Washington Wizards and Capital City Go-Go, Pops Misabasu, Amber Nichols, Jarrell Christian for, giving me opportunity.
Who you would say was your toughest players you had to face?
We gotta give somebody else. We know KD.
So we know you ain't coming back right now, but for what we seen in them 7 minutes, we still want to sign you. I said back. Too many kids, too many parents who jumping ship, going from team to team to team to team, running from what?
So you think somebody had this in order from the beginning?
Make the style go a certain way, but then how I just, at the end of the day, people still got their own coaching styles, right?
Welcome to Game Related, where we highlight opportunities and obstacles from former athletes with the thought process of giving future generations a better understanding about the game.
These conversations are meant to bring awareness to the hardships and the opportunities that come along with the game. Let's get game related.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Game Related. We are with the Don Dada, Devin Sweetney. Listen, this feels really good because last year, we had him on the show and we messed it up, right? The film got messed up, so we did a few clips, but we really couldn't produce the whole episode. So since that time, a lot has changed for Devin. Right now, he's at St. Francis. They just won the NCAA championship. He was also coaching at the museum in AAU as the head coach for 17U. So we're going to chop it up about a lot of that stuff. NIL, transfer portal, his role at St. Francis, and now moving forward with, just his playing days, man. So, man, welcome to the show.
Man, it's a pleasure to be back with you guys.
Welcome back.
Congratulations on all the success,
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that.
You was one of the guys that believed in us from the get-go.
Yes, I told y'all early on that y'all was on to some, something, and just two guys that have accomplished as much as y'all have accomplished, and for y'all to want to give back to and give, other guys platforms, it's amazing, and not too many people doing that. So if I can be a part of that, man, I'm with it.
I appreciate it, man.
Definitely appreciate it for sure.
So, man, let's get right into St. Francis, man.
Let's get to it.
Like talk about what it felt like coming back and getting hired from your alma mater.
I think for me, okay, so I coached AAU. I came home. Yeah. I never thought about coaching college at all. Rob Krimmel, who was an assistant coach at St. Francis, recruited me when I was at Riverdale Baptist. We've had many conversations about just the college world and if it suited me. But I think because I was in the NBA coaches program, I just was thrown into the NBA, into the G League and pre-draft. And I think that's the only thing I kind of focused on. Being with the Bulls, being with Golden State. I mean, just some of the rooms that I was in and just, some of the teachings and some of the stuff I learned, I think I was just like, all right, I got to make the NBA work. Unfortunately, God had a different plan. I came home to, kind of reassess. I had my daughter and went over to Riverdale and, did Team Museum with LeGreg Harrison. And we had a good year. We had a McDonald's All-American, Eric Reed. And, Coach Krim offered me an opportunity to come be his first assistant. And it's been a joy, man. It's still, still weird sometimes. I sit in my office like, wow, I was here, 20 years ago. Dang, we're getting old, but so I think the thing for me is I just wanted to add value and create impact. It wasn't about the playing days. It wasn't about, what I did as a player or, it's just, I wanted to be around good people. And I wanted to help him get, over the hump because he's a great guy and he does well with the players. So.
Man, what was that like when you got the phone call from him? Like, how did that process go?
Okay, so true story. So when he called me, I was really going to turn it down.
Uh-oh.
Because, St. Francis, the location isn't in the best place to be. It's in the mountains, and I did 5 years there. We ain't had no transfer portal then, so I had to do 5 the hard way. But I think I was just getting on schedule with, being a dad and my son being in football, and then my daughter was growing up, and I had a good time coaching AAU and just getting a break. That was my first. I did 5 years there. I did 12 years professionally. Went to Chicago. Went to Golden State. So 19 years, I was gone. You know what I'm saying? So on a family tip, I was just like, I needed to, kind of reset a little bit. But, I prayed on it, and I took 2 phone calls, and they was like, Sweet, come on. Like, this is the calling. Like, this is it. And I was actually getting my hair cut, and my barber, he stopped cutting my hair. He was like, bro, get out of my chair. if you turn that down, if you don't go back to where you belong, like, don't come back. And I was like, I felt stupid. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm back. Like, okay. Because my gut really was like, all right, Devin, that's where you need to be. But I think I was just not ready to like relocate again. Yeah. I think it was that, like, just from a home, it felt good to actually be home and be around my family and, be with my kids every day.
So now, come March, y'all dancing. Talk about that feeling of going through the year. Like, did you think that y'all was gonna make the tournament?
Unreal. You guys have experienced the tournament. Y'all know what it feel like. But going into the season, we had no seniors, no NIL. And our juniors were like JUCO and like portal kids that really didn't play. So we had babies. So the first thing, going into it, I was just like, I gotta get these guys better. I had to literally get these guys better. And I shouldn't say our staff, we did a phenomenal job connecting with these guys and really helping them, get to that next factor. And honestly, the stuff that we wasn't good at early, we got great at late. January, we hit that wall where it was just like, listen, we can all lay down, but I told them straight up, listen, I left my kids in Maryland. Like, I ain't come here to lose. Like, we got to get better. We got to develop, there's opportunity out here. And when I say they locked in, and just to see, that team, that group be together as one, no egos, no fights, no rebuttal. It was, I can't even put into words, man. Like, just the, just what that group accomplished and what that means to that area up there. It gave a lot of people hope, man. And just everything that I accomplished as a professional, playing in my first NBA game, playing in the G League, representing the city, going around the world and doing just everything, BIG3 championship, nothing felt better than holding that trophy up as a coach with kids that listen and that just were so deserving. It was the best feeling in the world. I can't explain it.
Damn. It took me back down memory lane. Man, that's a wonderful feeling, man. So what would you say was one of the biggest things you learned being an assistant coach?
In college?
Yeah.
Prioritize that time. Because it's like an NBA, right? It's like just basketball. We gonna get in the gym. I'm gonna show you clips. This is what you need to do. I'm gonna rebound. I'm gonna play a little bit, and that's that. College, we got compliance meetings. We got department meetings. We got to check schedules. I'm looking at transcripts. I'm recruiting. We doing player development. I make sure checking the study hall. It's just so many different avenues. And for me, I became a lot better. I have a calendar now. I literally got a marker board like, let me write this down. Like, so it was good for me to step outside of my box and for me to grow and be a sponge as well, because it's a whole side of running a whole program, fundraising, budgeting, like travel, like, and all coaches, you want to know each avenue of it, so I think that was it. I'm still learning.
So being organized.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So man, I just seen that you got promoted as associate head coach.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. So with that comes more responsibility, right? Yeah. You got this transfer portal. And I think y'all had all 13 of your guys leave?
Yeah, we had 13 kids leave. And all of my kids were signed, sealed, delivered within a month. All making money, all in better conferences. Even the kids that went D2, they getting paid.
So you felt like, you know, y'all platform allowed them to get noticed, win, and then all of a sudden he was able to take that and go somewhere else.
Absolutely, because let's be honest, right? This is now the state of college basketball. We got to meet these kids where they at.
Yeah.
Like, good or bad, they're leaving. They're going to the portal anyway. So you got to take it for what it is. It ain't 4 years no more. It ain't 2 years. It's 6 months. September, 7 months. September, October, November, December, January, February, March. And it ain't even that for some of these kids. They in the portal as soon as they don't play.
Goodness.
So it's a marathon, not a sprint.
So how would you look at like filling that roster now that you got so much more responsibility?
Well, our roster's pretty full. It's pretty full. And like I said, that's just a testament to, you know, our staff and, you know, just the opportunity. And we're on a year-to-year basis. And listen, it is 9,100 kids in the portal right now. Because we talking 2,100 Division I. We ain't talking about the D2 killers. We ain't talking about the D3 guys that just might have didn't have grades or just weren't good enough, didn't play AAU, that kind of bloomed late. We ain't talking about NAIA. And we damn sure ain't talking about JUCO. Almost 10,000 kids to this day. I checked this morning, 91 or something. Still in the portal.
Damn. I just hate for the ones that really get stuck and they get lost in that portal. Like, oh my goodness.
Listen,
You feeling froggy? Go ahead.
you jump in that portal, make sure you get out of it.
Don't get stuck in the matrix.
Listen, you gotta, and see, it ain't like how it was like a few years ago. Oh, you get in the portal, you out. You gotta have some juice going into the portal. There's guys that's all conference that don't have no school to go to because they think they're gonna get paid. Everybody's not gonna get paid. That's just the real.
Man, that'd be terrible. You jump in that portal and you just sitting there and oh my
Hey man,
goodness.
you better come to St. Francis and play.
That's like you leave your girl for some other girl that she trash.
What they say? What's that? The 80-20 rule? 80-20 rule.
80-20
You think you gonna get 80? No, but it's. I mean, we as coaches, like we all call each other, especially the guys from here. It's the Wild Wild West, man. Yeah, it's the Wild Wild West, man. Okay.
So well, I mean, you got the full roster, but like, how was it? Was it a challenge? Like, how challenging was it to try to get these kids with the, you know, with NIL and the portal here?
Y'all don't pay.
No.
Okay, yeah.
You need juice going into that portal. So you know what? Earn your money. Dominate this first. Dominate this level first.
It's like a job description.
Earn your paycheck. You want 100? Show up and work hard every day. Act like you want to get 100.
Yeah.
Because our best player from our conference got 2-year $1 million. He earned it. He earned the 22 all season, 8th in the country in scoring. Went to Utah.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Want that money, gonna put that work and go get it.
That's what I'm saying.
Real
So
easy.
it ain't like it ain't here. Folk, like, kids got to run their own race. They are hopping in the portal because they homie hopped in the portal or such and such thing, you know, such and such situation might have got this, or the guy they play AAU with, oh, he was injured, but he bounced back. And listen, run your own race. Focus on the hustle, the grind. It's going to find you. Run your own race. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
So what would you say as far as the high school kids, right? High school kids that's trying to navigate this era of college basketball. Like what guidance you think you would give to them?
Work on your game. Because these college coaches ain't even looking at y'all. So you know what? They think y'all not good enough. Stay in the gym. Do your work.
That's right.
Do you think that they should stay away from the Power Five?
You want my diplomatic answer? Or you want my honest answer?
You on the show.
All right, so listen. So this is my opinion. So everybody can't be 5-star. Everybody can't be top 50. Go where you gonna play. I got a stat for you. 11% of college freshmen, right, Division I, played over 20 minutes this year. So go where you gonna play. Dominate a level, get to the next. Dominate that level, get to the next. If you're good enough to go pro, you're gonna go pro.
That's very true. So I remember we Stan brought it up about the farming system, right? Tell me your thoughts about that, because I think that could be pretty effective for a school where, you know, if you're a mid-major, let's say you made those connections with a Power 5 team, and you have a guy who's, you know, he may be overachieving, having a really good year, and he wants to leave. At the end of the day, like you said,
like
they
feeder,
gonna leave
like
anyway.
schools have feeder schools.
Yeah,
I like it.
So we already built this relationship. Yeah. So if he gonna leave, hey, guess what? I don't know if that could be part of recruiting too, where if you do get to a point you want to leave, we already have connections with some schools that you can kind of already go to.
Yeah, y'all would be like to Villanova, and then Villanova, if their guys don't play, they would send them back down to y'all or something like that.
And you already talk about what money might come to you to back to you or something like that.
I think that's brilliant. I think that stuff already happens. You know, just, you know, because it's relationships. You know, we all coaches, we all talk. You know, who ain't play for y'all? You know, who can be a stud in my league?
Exactly.
You know, who's a kid? Who's y'all best player? And, you know, what you think his asking price would be? You know, that stuff is already happening. So.
Okay. So how was it, man, being on the circuit with Museum?
It was great, man. Listen, I know Puma is new. It's like kind of like the new kids on the block. The circuit was really good. When Peach Jam was going on, and I'm looking up and I'm seeing Coach Cal and Hubert Davis and them guys glued. I said, oh, every gym packed.
Okay.
Every game packed. They had the second most coaches, bro, present. Over Adidas, over Under Armour.
What do you think they're doing now that's making that pop?
Marketing, PR.
Okay.
They are highlighting their guys. You know, I don't know how Nike does it, but I'm sure they profile, you know, the Tyron Stokes and those guys. But, you know, Puma's literally taking 10 kids, 15 kids, and it's a camera with them everywhere they go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, and they're getting notoriety. They're being poured into. They're being promoted. You know, I think that stuff matters. Presentation's everything.
Yeah, they got the right formula.
And in our business, it's like perception's everything. So if the kid look like he a stud, then what? He a stud, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they're good people over there. You know, they really believe in, you know, building these kids step by step. And it's working. You know, they had 3 kids that were McDonald's All-Americans, 3 or 4, and 3 or 4 that were like Team USA. So,
okay.
You know, including the team, the kid I had,
yeah.
who was this time last year, starting out the circuit, he was 120 in the nation and ended up a burger boy.
Hey man, that's credit to y'all, man. Y'all putting them good development skills together over there.
We did a good job. It's a credit to him for trusting us, you know, listening and, you know, really allowing us to, you know, to be present, because it wasn't always peaches and cream. Like, Coach Sweet, did I play bad? Yes. You did. It's not good enough.
So real quick, with the museum, what was the difference AAU wise, like coaching in AAU versus college?
I think what AAU. Okay, go ahead.
And then, like, y'all had a lot of guys. On that staff, the museum, right? Like, just talk about how all y'all was able just to work together.
Yeah, well, we're all friends, you know, and it's a family over there. It's one band, one sound. Even though I was the head, Chris Howard's impact, with that team was very, very good. If it was something he's seen, okay, go ahead, draw it up, put it in. Then we had Shy, who was, very, very good at, very vocal. Very vocal. Shy, he gonna tell you how you feel. That's just him. And,
he stay bombing out.
Oh man. But and shout out Shooter's Life, man. But that's him. And these kids need it. It's authentic. Mm-hmm. And even Eddie Baston. Eddie's more laid back approach. Hey man, let me come holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys move your feet a little bit. Like, it's just, it worked, man. It worked because I was real fiery. I was getting to. I don't care if they ain't like me some days, but all of them thank me for it now.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. So I want to go back to your coaching in the G League time. Right?
Okay.
We spoke on it a little bit, but like, how do you feel like coaching in the G League helped you prepare for AAU and in college?
I think the thing at that NBA G League level is just everything is repetition. Mm-hmm. It's just daily, and it's a term they lose is vitamins, daily vitamins, every day, vitamins, shots. Everything is. I need to stop snapping. Sorry. Everything is everything is just brick by brick. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, same thing, continuity, and man, just to be in room with like Steve Kerr, and he like, man, Devin, what you think? It's like, wow, you know what I mean? Impact, you know what I'm saying? So to be in some of those meetings and, to get some of the responsibilities I had working with the two ways, being able to work with Steph when he was injured, play ones and play twos and play threes and being able to, be a body with Clay and pick his brain a little bit. Iguodala, who was, great basketball mind, who was, hurt all year. I got to be on the court with him as well. Draymond is, probably one of the best defensive players I've ever seen. Great guy.
Yeah. So do you think the G League, right, now NILs came in.
Okay.
So much money involved. Kids are clearly staying in college now.
Yeah.
Right? So like, do you think the G League is fizzling out now? And like the kids that go to the G League will still get a chance to go to the NBA anymore?
I don't think it's fizzling out. It'll never fizzle out because at the end of the day, everybody in the NBA can't play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, major leagues and minor leagues. Guys get injured, guys guys get suspended, guys are minutes restriction. You're gonna need guys in the cut that's ready. I don't think it's gonna fizzle out. And you look at Bronny James, right?
Yeah.
He started off struggling, right? He needed 30 games to make his mistakes. Mm-hmm. Now you looked up, you're like, oh, Bronny 30, oh.
Yeah.
Bronny dunking on people, Bronny. And then he ain't just getting that, he rebounded, he assists. Like, it was like, all right, maybe this kid, he averaged 24.
Oh, okay.
So it's gonna be more so the NBA guys dealing with it versus, how kids was leaving college, leaving high school to go to college. Yep. It's going to be like, okay, we need you to work on this. We're just going to send you down more so than the young guys developing it anymore.
Yeah, because it builds confidence, bro. Like, it's like I said, it's just reps. It's step by step every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to shoot that shot the same way every day. In the morning, after lunch, at night, we're going to shoot that shot the same way. It's going to go in.
So, man, let's get back to your playing days. No.
Such a long time ago.
Before we do that, kind of, sort of. Talk about the Capital City Go-Go, right?
Oh, man.
And you being able to represent DC.
First of all, shout out to Washington Wizards and Capital City Go-Go, Pops Mr. Bonsu, Amber Nichols, Jarrell Christian for, giving me opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And being the guy from Southeast and the whole thing, it was a lot to kind of take in. But we made history. I was a part of history. I wish I'd have played a little bit more minutes, but that built character.
Yeah.
And that staff, when I became a coach, they were the first people to congratulate me. And they was like, you kept a good spirit. You were always supportive of your teammates, even if your number wasn't called. Obviously, it was frustrating sometimes. But, to be a part of, to have basketball, DC is such a rich city when it comes to hoops. So for us to have like the Wizards, and then for us to have a minor league team as well, you know what I mean? Well, that can develop guys. I mean, I think that's a dream come true for anybody out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? I had to take that. So
We need to figure out how to get us some championships.
I know. It's coming. It's coming soon because they, maybe that. So to the average fan, maybe they feel like. They haven't done a great job, but they have done a good job developing talent. They have done a good job. Their G League team has, they have gotten players that's, Pat Spencer started there. He's in Golden State. They had another kid, Jay Huff. He's on a guarantee with Memphis. Quentin Jackson's on the two-way in Indiana. He's just the past couple of years, so it's translating. It's building. Obviously, you want the Wizards to get more wins. It's just home, but and it's coming. But I think they're on to some good things, man. They I got to sit down with the front office not too long ago, and they got some good.
Yeah, Will Dawkins did a great job. He was with OKC back in the day. So he didn't got to study Sam Presti and kind of
got the blueprint.
Yeah, I feel like he's taking the same thing. Got all the draft picks. They got good guys, and I'm hoping they take Derek Queen. I would love that, or possibly Ace Bailey if he slips because he's shorter than what they said. We'll see. So, man, let's go back to overseas now. Like, what would you say? You played with the Nuggets, right? Like, talk about you playing with the Nuggets and just how was that feeling of feeling like you've arrived? Being with them.
Man, it's so crazy because I had never played. I went to a couple of D-League training camps, but I had never played summer league. I didn't play high major basketball. In some way, somehow, I ended up in training camp. And I got that through just with TBT, with City of Gods. We had it was Pops Misabansu, my cousin Mike Sweetney, DeMar Johnson, Dave Hawkins, Hamidi Njau, James Gist, Phil Goss was on that team, James White. Chris White, Lumpy, Chris Wright, you know what I mean? So I think Xavier Salas, who had NBA experience as well. So, I'm with 7 or 8 NBA guys, bona fide NBA guys that played. And I was leading the team in scoring off the bench. And I think we went, to the Final Four. And obviously every step that you go is more notoriety, play overseas elite. And I got opportunity. And it's so crazy going into it. When you out of it, you think, oh man, I'm gonna get to training camp, man. These guys gonna be so much better than me. Let me just keep up. You know what I mean? Then I got there and I was like, oh, it's just hooping. And that was Mike Malone's first year. And he really did a good job changing that culture. And a lot of those coaches are still there. And I ended up being the last cut to my brother Eric Green, who got EG. Who congratulations to him. He just got inducted to the B-Tech Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
It's major for him. But me and him formed a brotherhood from that. Because he wasn't acting. We weren't competing with one another. Obviously, we knew we both wanted the last spot. But I got a brother. From that. From that. So it was a hell of an experience. I did get cut on my birthday, which is
damn.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Yeah.
And then it was we was just played the Jazz. I got a little bump, got a couple buckets. I'm like, ooh, I might be here. No, sir. But no, it was a good experience though, man. It was a good experience. I'm forever grateful, man. I'm forever grateful.
Nice. So what would you say is the difference between the NBA and then just your experience overseas?
Well, NBA, you get the best of everything. You get to stay, you PJ, you go straight to the Ritz, the Four Seasons. Overseas, boy, you might got a roommate. You know what I'm saying? Overseas, you might, Wi-Fi might not work on the bus, and they hold your check. Y'all experienced it, man. It's rough. Ain't nobody packing your bag for you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get food late. Then at 7, it's a wrap on that road, you know. So then you're dealing with the time difference and everything like that. But I mean, the thing that Europe is just, it's the atmosphere, it's the fans, it's the tradition, it's the culture, it's this, man. It's amazing. You know, I mean, they got bullhorns, they throwing stuff on the floor, they got flare guns and grease, they throwing the toilet paper, jump ball. I'm like, man, what is this? Venezuela, I was in Venezuela, man. We beat the team in the playoffs, man. They bust out the windows of the bus on home. Get me out of here. I feel like I'm down the floor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I just seen it, man. Oh man. You go do a post-game interview overseas, man. By the time you get in the locker room, ain't no towels left. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you got a bird bath in people, man. You know what I'm saying? You're like, boy, I can't, man. They ain't gonna believe this back home, man. Can't wait to tell my agent, man. You deal with some stuff, man. So, but I wouldn't trade it in for the world, man. You know, I'm glad I got the, experience of 17 countries, man. Gosh.
That's amazing.
So, what were some of the best places, man? Your favorite spots?
Greece. Oh, man. I wish I got my money.
Mm-hmm.
Greece, Belgium, Switzerland.
Did you say I wish I got my money?
Yeah, I ain't get paid in Greece, man.
But it's your favorite spot?
Yeah, because the culture was so good there. I almost forgot they owed me money.
I can't say what I want to say.
Me neither. No, but for real. But I mean, just the food, man, and just, the culture, the people, man, the sights. I got to go to, one of the wonders of the world, Acropolis, man, and, take pictures and, eat Greek fish, man. It was, just do certain stuff. And then, you got Santorini, Mykonos. So, all the places that people spend their life savings to go see, I was living, so I'm thankful. I just am.
So, man, in your journey, man, who you would say would be like your toughest players you had to face?
Overseas,
NBA.
Oh, Kevin Durant.
We gotta give it somebody else. We go KG.
So I got a fact about Kevin. So we went to play OKC, right? So when I landed, right, Kevin came and got me from the hotel the day before, right? We're in the timeout. So we played him the next day, right? We're in the timeout, right? Kevin walks on the floor, right? Pulls my pant, like my the little snaps, pulls them down in front of everybody. And I was like, oh man, everybody was laughing, bro. Like, I was just like, bro, this is crazy, bro. I was like, I can't believe he just did me like that.
He definitely did you like that.
But in terms of tough player, I got to play against Spanolas, man.
Spanolas
from Olympiacos, man.
Okay.
Oh man, he's amazing.
Is that the one with the long hair?
Yeah, like a little bald head. They were saying he was like the Euro Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Spanolas, man.
What was good about him?
I mean, just his intelligence. He wasn't quick. He wasn't really fast. He just knew how to use his body and draw fouls, and he was really good.
Yeah.
That's another thing, bro. Like DC, we got some talent here, bro. Over there, they got some guys.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Yeah, a lot of them in NBA.
And they infiltrating college too.
Yeah.
They coming to get that NIL.
I just signed a kid from Greece,
Mm-hmm.
by the way. Yeah, stay tuned.
Okay. Pretty Friday. Oh man. Stan, you go ahead and take that one.
Uh-oh.
So tell me about your, we did this last time, right? But 12 seconds, down one. What's your go-to move? Where you want the ball at? And what's your go-to move?
Man, it don't matter. I'm blowing, but I'm getting to the rim.
Okay.
You just get to the rim.
I was a tough cover. I was getting downhill every time.
Okay. All right.
And I was playing the butter rim, so I was gonna get fouled and try a dunk.
Okay.
Simple, strong right.
So when you was overseas, like right after that Denver situation, right? I think you were playing in the Euro League, Euro Cup, one or two,
Euro
right?
Cup.
And I think you broke your leg.
Yeah, I ruptured my patella tendon.
Yeah, talk about that experience. I think you said you just had your son,
Yep.
right? You coming
man.
off a high, and obviously adversity just smacked you right in the mouth.
Listen, the best thing I asked God for two things. Like I wanted to have a son, and I wanted to give him my last name, and I wanted to play in the NBA, and it happened in the same week.
Damn.
So when they cut me, I was like, okay, bet. I didn't want to go to G League. I had to go get the paper because I had a family I had to take care of, which I probably should have did the G League, but it's neither here or there. I finally got a Euro Cup job with Charleroi Spiru Charleroi in Belgium. Very, very good team. Very, very big budget. The Nuggets was like, hey, finish up, bring you back from Summer League. So I'm like, okay, I'm playing with Billy Barron, Jimmy Barron, like Euro legends, like, you know what I'm saying? And for 2 weeks, so it was like the FIBA break. So 2 weeks, I'm going crazy in practice. I'm getting to it. I'm like, oh yeah, they got it. This about to be my show. I'm about to finish up this season. I'm about to get paid when I'm going back to the NBA. And I'm in my prime, 28 years old. That was like I was starting my peak to where it was just like, oh yeah, I'm him for real.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how I was feeling. And so when we had our first game, they ain't start me. Cool. First game. Coming off the bench. So, you know, we losing. I'm over that. You know, you get the itch. You know, knees shaking. All right, coach. Put me in second quarter. I get straight to it. I had like 11.7 minutes. I got straight to it. Brought us back. Went baseline. In and out cross. Tried to finesse. Like, I should have just tried to dunk it. But I tried to finesse and wrap around. And the big hip checked me. And I came down. Right on my, I landed on one leg and it ruptured my patella. And doctor told me 9 to 12 months, full year, full recovery. He was just like, he was the national team doctor for the Belgium soccer team. Yeah. And they're like one of the best soccer teams. So he's one of the best doctors in the world. And he was just like, man, listen, I verbatim, he was like, listen, I don't know if you'll ever be the same, because this is a football injury you have, and you got on the basketball court. So I mean, to be here, to what I thought was here, what I've been conditioned my whole life to get to the pinnacle, and to come all the way there and just have everything. Now I got staples in my knee. I got to teach myself how to walk, you know, use the bathroom. Clean when I was just in the NBA jersey. It was rough, bro. And I did a lot of soul searching. I stayed positive. I read, you know.
You real spiritual guy, man.
Yeah.
You be talking about your faith a lot.
Yeah.
You had to dig into that.
Yeah. I mean, man, listen, I grew up in Southeast. Like, it's a lot that you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been beating the odds, you know, by the skin of my teeth. So I was just like, look, I got a little one. You know, I got people that look up to me. I got to beat this, man. By the grace of God, I came back 6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
Full recovery. I even had a team in Belgium call, was like, hey, we know you ain't coming back right now, but for what we seen in them 7 minutes, we still want to sign you. I said, bet. Where do I sign up? And then I was able to go back to Belgium and then get a contract to go play in France. And then that's when I came back and did the go-go. So, man,
God a finisher, man.
Yeah, man.
You know,
Godly favor, man.
I don't really, a lot of people probably don't know. If you know, you know. It's not something I really talk about because it was one of those out-of-body experiences, man, where, you know, you had to get something deeper, you know, to just get you over, you know, to get over that, man, because I was determined to get back to that elite level. You know, that's why I did the G League, because I was like, you know, maybe I probably missed the window because I was 30, but hey.
Man, that's a testimony right there. For sure, man. Salute to you.
So I done seen it, I done done it, and, you know, I share this with my players, man. You know, listen, you can do it. Like, don't ever feel like you can't succumb to nothing, man. You got to work, man. You got to believe. You got to be a good person.
Yeah.
You know, and the universe will align. You know, it'll align.
Yeah. So, man, I want to go back to Riverdale Baptist, right? Like,
sheesh,
that was a mob. I felt like, you know, around that time, you had to learn how to develop your intangibles because of everybody else. Just talk about how doing that helped you become a better player, and then just talk about the talent that was on that team.
Well, I think I really kind of started getting a taste of that when I played Assault the summer before.
Okay.
You know, we had Jeff Green, Arenze Anaku, Dante Cunningham, Ray Brewer, Chris Howard, Mamadi Diani, Dave Potter, Eric Henderson, rest in peace. Dwayne Anderson played with us for a couple of tournaments, you know. So it was, everybody was good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I had to be a glue guy on that team. And, you know, I was only 16. I was young. I was playing up. But I couldn't wait to get to Riverdale because I'm like, I'm about to go so crazy because they ain't been passing me the ball. And then Michael Nolan came and I was like, oh, man. Yeah, St. France, I'm going to go ahead and sign real quick. But it worked out, man. And, you know, iron sharpened iron. We went 33-1, man. National champions, man. Number 2 Washington Post, man. 9 Division I players. 3 guys made the NBA. 1 made the NFL. We still all talk. We still in the group chat. You know, so I'm blessed, man. I'm fortunate. Shout out to Lou Wilson, man. One of the best coaches to ever grace the sidelines in the Maryland, D.C., and Virginia area.
Oh, that's big time.
Yeah, that's big time. So on the development side, man, what do you think that these high school kids, what were some of the skill sets you think on the development side that they really need to hone into to get to the next level and just kind of keep pushing?
I think they gotta, and I hope no one takes this the wrong way, I think they gotta stop listening to their parents and letting them dictate everything. Now granted, you played, I played. So parents that are credible understood. But you gotta put your kids with somebody that don't have a dog in the race. You know, there's somebody that ain't no daddy boy, ain't none of that. Somebody that really is passionate behind this and knows what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because I think half the battle now with these kids is they're just getting bad advice from, you know, guys who don't know much that think they train, and, you know, coaches that just throw a team together, you know, not knocking anyone's hustle. Like, you know, what you really expect you're gonna get out of it? You don't put 87 gas in an Audi. You know what I'm saying? So I think it starts there, honestly. I think that's what the issue, like, you know, you got to trust these people that know what they're doing and allow your kid to be coached. You know, it ain't going to be peaches and cream. Like, you know, too many kids, too many parents are jumping ship, going from team to team to team to team, running from what? This is the easiest they'll have it in high school, in AAU. Because coaching ain't even looking at high school. That's the real, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
And I hate to come across as like, it's the real. They not gonna make it.
That's crazy. I don't know. It's still to hit me like that. It's like they not even really recruiting high school
They
kids.
not, bro. Would you?
I still believe in that.
I believe in it too.
Yeah,
we won the championship with freshmen.
Yeah, it's like that development. Yeah, so you just went through that to understand,
but everybody don't think like me and you.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Oh, you right though.
And I'm not knocking nobody hustle. You like it, I love it. You know what I mean? Tomato. Like, you know, you got one. Some guys, our coach, I come from, you know, Coach Krim, he always was believing pouring into the freshmen. And just keep, you know, step by step with them. And if they get a better opportunity, pack their bags for them. And don't bash kids.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, man, we coming down to the end, right?
Dang.
I know we had a good time with this thing, man. But handling success, right? Everybody's looking to basically get to that mountaintop.
Yeah.
But handling it is a different animal. You know, talk about your advice on parents and players handling success.
I mean, I think, you know, success is a part of it, just like failure is a part of it. But you gotta have that foundation. You know, it all goes back to, you know, starting in the, you know, the home, man. You gotta have that foundation. And just understand that a lot of these kids, they haven't done anything yet. They just think they have. You know what I'm saying? And keep working, keep running your race, you know, put God first, and just brick by brick, man, just every day get better. 1%, as Chris Howard says with Pivot Life, 1% every day, man. And I think, you know, it should be a lot easier, you know, to deal with. You know, stay humble, man. Nobody likes to, you know, somebody that thinks they know it all. You know, it's just the real.
Okay. Nah, that was it, man. Man, I definitely, was there anything that we ain't talk about that you wanna give you the mic before we close out?
Nah, man, we covered everything, man.
All right, cool, man. Man, this was always a pleasure. You know,
Always.
definitely. Thank you for coming on.
Yes,
We definitely wish you much success this year. I need a back-to-back.
Yes, sir.
Need a back-to-back, man.
Stay tuned, man. Stay tuned.
You know, we definitely appreciate your support over the last years and some change. You know, helping us grow the platform. And you guys, man, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment and share.
And always stay game related.